Hello, my friend. I'm Felipe Dib, and today we study how to evaluate writing. But before we start, let's relax. Relax. Stretch your arms. Let's count from 0 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now let's stretch our chest from 0 to 10, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's open and close our hands. 1, 2, you count. 3, 4. All right, move your wrist. Move your wrist. I'm cracking. Release your arms. Release your shoulders. I'm sweating already. Now let's breathe in and breathe out. One, two, three, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, breathe out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, breathe out. All right, now move your legs, move your feet. Relax your body, and let's organize your desk now. Please organize your space. Isolate distractions. Isolate noise. If you are studying with your cell phone, block notifications. Your concentration is essential during our class, okay? Are you prepared? Yes, you are always prepared, my friend. Welcome to this class. 3, 2, 1. Yes, let's start our class talking about how to evaluate writing. And I'd like to take one step back before we get to the specific evaluation and show you some images so you can read and evaluate if you can understand the message. Let's see an image here. When you see this image, what do you understand? I understand that I cannot make noise. Noise is prohibited. Let's see another image. In this case, what do you understand? I understand no food, no drink here. Let's see another image. What do you do you understand? What do you understand from this image? 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 What do Okay, speak, talk to me, write on your notebook. Okay? From this image, I have to confess, I was a bit confused. I understood that I had to stop. I couldn't pass that limit. This is what I understood. But a stop signal would do the same thing. But I understood this sign as stop, don't pass. Let's see another sign. Let's read and evaluate another sign. All right. Is it possible to follow this rule? Yes, it's possible. Some places we must be without the cell phone. Cell phone is amazing. With your cell phone, you watch this class, you study, you check your messages, you talk to your friends, you read things, you watch videos. And all these things can disturb you if they are at the wrong time. So, when you were studying, avoid cell phone because the cell phone interrupts you a lot. If you were watching this class through your cell phone, excellent. Just block the notifications. Put like this so you have a bigger image and let's study. Now, we're going to see different texts. And I prefer to go and teach you these different texts on the board. 3, 2, 1. Yes, let's write and evaluate. When you evaluate yourself, be patient, be comprehensive. When you evaluate others, be careful with your words. Talk to the person in a way the person will be encouraged to improve, encouraged to be better, to fix some details. And when you were criticized, be humble to accept, analyze, and improve yourself, improve your writings, okay? Here we go. Let's just start here, put in the title. How to evaluate writing. Professor Felipe Dib. All right. Okay. Let's start talking about writing. There are different kinds of writing. We start talking about a narrative. Narrative. A narrative writing is a story. So the first question is, how do I tell a story? To tell a nice story, of course, you want to engage the reader to read more and more lines. So to tell a nice story, I must use resources of curiosity, appropriate language, and engagement. The curiosity. Which words will get the curiosity of my reader? What kind of language will I use to motivate my reader to keep reading what I write? And then the engagement. How will I keep writing things that are connected with the previous and are calling the next parts? A very common way to start a story is with this sentence here. Once upon a time. And then you start your story. I'm gonna share with you a video. I know we're talking about writing, but from the writings, we make videos. From the thoughts, we make the writings. Check how this story is starting. I love this story. To me, this is one of the best examples of how to start a story. Okay? Let me get my cell phone and show you this video. Here we go.
Once upon a time, there was a lovely princess. But she had an enchantment upon her of a fearful sort, which could only be broken by love's first kiss. She was locked away in a castle, guarded by a terrible fire-breathing dragon. Many brave knights had attempted to free her from this dreadful prison, but none prevailed. She waited in the dragon's keep, in the highest room of the tallest tower, for her true love and true love's first kiss. Like that's ever gonna happen. What a load of...
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. I think it's in there.
All right, let's get it.
Oh, hold on! Do you know what that thing could do to you?
Yeah, it'll grind your bones for its bread.
Yes. Well, actually, that would be a giant. Now, ogres, oh, they're much worse. They'll make a suit from your freshly peeled skin.
No.
They'll shave your liver, squeeze the jelly from your eyes. Actually, it's quite good on toast.
Back! Back, please! Back! I warn you!
Right.
This is the part where you run away.
And stay it!
Wanted fairy tale creatures?
All right. So you see how this introduction is calling us to see what's next. It's dealing with our curiosity. Appropriate language, engagement. First we see surprise, then we see danger. These hunters are there to hunt the ogre, the Shrek. Now let's write one example. Let's write one example of a narrative, of a story. Narrative is a story. I'll tell you a story about my accident. In 2011, I had this very bad accident, car crash. It's real. I'm gonna tell you this story. I didn't know that day would change my life forever. I didn't know that day would change my life forever. What I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to get your curiosity to keep reading and find out what happened. I didn't know that day would change my life forever. I got on the car, picked my girlfriend at her home and drove to the highway. I got on the car, picked my girlfriend at her home and drove to the highway. It started to rain. And visibility was a problem. I wasn't speeding, but I lost the control of the car. A huge noise was heard. It started to rain and visibility was a problem. I wasn't speeding, but I lost the control of the car. A huge noise was heard. I'm doing mystery here because I want you to keep reading. I had crashed my car. I didn't know if my girlfriend was alive. And I knew my body was very injured. I had crashed my car. I didn't know if my girlfriend was alive, and I knew my body was very injured. I'm doing mystery here because I want you to keep reading. I didn't know if my girlfriend was alive. She started to cry, saying she was severely hurt. I could just listen to her, but it was impossible for me to move. She started to cry, saying she was severely hurt. I could just listen to her, but it was impossible for me to move. Man, this is a real story. People started to scream, and I heard voices asking, "Are they okay?" I opened my eyes and saw myself stuck in the car pieces. People started to scream, and I heard voices asking, "Are they okay?" I opened my eyes and saw myself stuck in the car pieces. An ambulance came took care of us and took us to the hospital. We had several fractures, but thank God we survived. An ambulance came, took care of us, and took us to the hospital. We had several fractures, but thank God we survived. What was the structure of this story? I didn't know my life was going to change forever. This was the start. And then I describe taking my girlfriend at her home, driving to the highway. It started to rain, the visibility was not good, and crash. I had the car crash. I couldn't listen to anything. I was just trying to know if my wife was alive, and thank God she was. The ambulance took us. We were at the hospital. Thank God we survived. Now, how can I improve this story? I can avoid repeating words. I repeated many times. I picked my wife. I was driving. No, change the situation. Avoid repeating words. The ambulance took care and took us. No, the ambulance came and got us. You know, avoid repetition. This is one mistake you can correct in my story. Now, let's see another type of text. This was the narrative, the story. All right, let's see another style of text. There are different styles. The first was narrative. Now let's see an instruction. Give me instructions. It's a different style. When you give instructions, you're going to use the imperative. Like, do this, start this, stop this, okay? So, instruction. The signs we saw before are a kind of instruction. Stop. No cell phone here. When you buy medicine, drugs from the drugstore, not the drugs. Drugs, I mean medicine, okay? When you buy, there is a paper inside, right? That paper gives you instructions. So, how do I write instructions? Easy. The clearest way possible. So, I want to give you instruction about how to write, how to be more efficient when you watch our classes. Instructions. My instructions are simple. Organize your space. Isolate distractions, and participate. Simple. These are my instructions. Organize your space. Isolate distractions. Participate. And then you may ask me, but can I explain each instruction? Yes, you can. Let's get this one here. Organize your space. Let's take here. Organize your space. Prepare pen and paper and clean your desk. Period. Second, isolate distractions. Turn off cell phone notifications and close the door. Participate, comment, write on your notebook. Speak in front of the screen. Now, let's evaluate my instructions. You look and you say, man, this is a mess. This is not the correct way to give instructions. Come on, Felipe. If you're giving me instructions, you have to organize the instructions. Correct. If I want to give you a correct instruction, an effective instruction, my text can't be like this. This is not the way I show you the instructions. Okay? Do you see? You are going to write a text that will offer the reader the possibility to read and understand right away. Okay? Another way to give instructions is when you were cooking, when you were teaching a recipe. Let me get a video to show you. Just a moment. Yeah, I got it. Watch here. I just love these videos of recipes. They're so visual, man. I hope you're not hungry now. Pay attention here. Don't start thinking about these recipes, okay? Here we go to the last type of writing I'm sharing with you today. All right? Now, we are going to see the last kind of writing of today. A comparison. A text that compares two different things. Let's compare studying online and offline. Studying online is nice because I can watch my classes from home. On the other side, I don't meet my friends. Studying online is nice because I can watch my classes from home. On the other side, I don't meet my friends. I am comparing studying online and offline. When I have to watch classes online, I find it harder to start on time. But if the class is nice, I can study longer. When I have to watch classes online, I find it harder to start on time. But if the class is nice, I can study longer. The flexibility of studying online is amazing. But sometimes my connection is bad. So the flexibility of studying online is amazing, but sometimes my connection is bad. So what we're doing here, we're comparing studying online and offline. How can we improve this text? In many ways. One way that I think we could improve this is by showing the advantage and disadvantage. Let's see. One way to express this is online, offline. Online, flexible. Offline, fixed. Online, alone. Offline, with friends. Online, comfortable. Offline, in class. Online, fast. Offline, slow. These are comparisons. When I check this, I analyze the pros and cons, the advantages and the disadvantages. All right? Okay, so let's wrap it up. Narrative, instruction, and comparison. To tell a good story, you have to take the curiosity of the person, mystery, structure. To give a good instruction, be direct. Do this, do this, do this. Do a good comparison. Show the differences, the pros and cons. All right? 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. When we evaluate writing, we must pay attention about how clear this idea is. And I'd like to ask you to pay attention when you write. First, present the main idea. Then you give details. You can go deeper, but only after you give an idea. You give the big picture first, and then you start to give your details. Come here. Let's see more details of this place here. If you need to write something about hair, how do you start your text? What will be the detail about this place? 3, 2, 1. Yes, we are getting to the end of our class, and this moment here is a pleasure to me. When you get to this time of our class, I just love it because I understand that you have dedicated minutes of your life to grow, to improve your skills, to be a better professional, to be a better student. Excellent. Remember, when you were correcting a text, analyze the goal of this text. Was this text to give information? All right. Did I receive the information I needed? Okay. Was this text a story? Nice. How was this story told? Was this text a recipe? Were the ingredients here? You are going to get the goal of the text and analyze if the text answered to this goal. Okay? If you have any questions, I am here to serve you, my friend. Leave your comments here. Invent examples. Write more. I don't write a lot. To me, it's very hard. If you want to improve your writing, start reading more. The more you read, the more you write. The more you listen, the more you speak. One thing engages the other. And my goal with you is to see you speaking English. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class.